How's it going? Jake with Bond Performance. So I've been meaning to do this video for a while, and I finally had a CSS installation in the shop. For those of you not 100% familiar, the CSS or Club Sport S muffler is an optional part from Volkswagen. They were never offered here in the States, but the Club Sport S is basically the GTI that we all strive to own. It's what I've built myself here with this IS38 GTI I'm driving now. So I get tons and tons of emails and messages, comments. For those of you who aren't familiar with Bond Performance, I build a full line of race quality, hand-built, TIG welded parts for these cars right here in Clover, South Carolina. However, about 50% of my messages and emails are people looking for recommendations for a budget exhaust for these cars. Obviously, with my stuff being built here in the United States versus the majority of them in China, cost is a big factor, and I realize that that's out of reach for the majority of Mark 7 owners. So the very common question is, what catback do you recommend? And the short answer is, I don't. If you can't afford to buy a properly built part, there's really no excuse for downgrading your car. And the most common thing I hear is, well, it's just a daily driver. I could settle for it's just a shit box, but if it's your daily driver, it's your everyday car, you shouldn't be putting junk parts on it. Just imagine the repercussions with your significant other, your boss, being hung out to dry because you had parts fail on a road trip, on your commute. It's just dumb. Don't do it. Luckily, there is a budget solution that isn't a catback, and it's in this video. It's the Club Sport S or CSS muffler replacement. So you're not replacing the entire catback. If you've got a Mark 7, the CSS replaces just from the axle back, and the 7.5 is a TCR muffler, has the correct tip spacing as well. So before I do any more rambling, I'm just going to show you the clips. I didn't get much on it. I'm a busy guy. I got what I could. So here, check out the CSS on this Tornado Red Mark 7 I had in the shop the other day. So I should note that the clip you just saw is an otherwise stock car. Well, it's EQT Stage 1, but stock, original, unmolested factory downpipe and catback. So it's still got the factory cats and resonator in place. Now I will drop another link in the description below showing my catted downpipe and OEM Fitment resonated midpipe. So that midpipe features a replacement for the factory resonator with a large body, vibrant 17950, which is a game changer for any exhaust. I sell it for basically every aftermarket catback, as well as the OEM catback, to accommodate inlets from basically everybody else's downpipe, and of course my own. So yes, this is pretty subtle. Very little sound inside the car increase, but outside, as you heard, it's a nice OEM plus touch. If you watched the video I just mentioned, you'll see it is absolutely the opposite end of the spectrum if you add a downpipe, even with an upgrade resonator. So keep that in mind if you've already got a downpipe in place, or if you ever plan to get one. The CSS or TCR may not be the best fit for you. You may actually be better off going ahead and doing the downpipe and OEM Fitment resonated midpipe rather than the CSS. So if you stuck around and you're still with me and you want to hear why I don't want you to put junk parts on your car, don't just take my word for it. I've got a video link in the description that shows how and why stainless steel needs to be welded for 304 stainless to have any kind of longevity, especially in the harsh environments of being on a vehicle. I show the correct process and the wildly popular in the Volkswagen and Audi industry incorrect methods for welding that. So if you're interested in why I feel so strongly against putting cheap, inadequate parts on your car, especially if it's a daily, go check out that video and inform yourself. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, a video is worth 1,000,000. So save yourself the hassle, save yourself the heartache. I didn't take before pictures because I'm not here to bash anybody, but the owner of the red car that was in the video just now had a monstrosity of just a disaster going on his car. He had a Rev 9 exhaust that had several hands in trying to fix it. He added a different muffler to it, and even after welding the thing into one solid piece, changing the muffler, it was still crap. And he wasn't happy with it, and I actually talked him into trying to sell it because he hated it so much he was going to scrap it. So save yourself the hassle, save yourself the heartache, and check out this video that I've linked in the description. Make an informed decision, and hey, if you like this video, if you appreciate the level-headed, non-biased advice, subscribe and check out the rest of my content. Thanks for watching, guys.